Well, you've heard about the stability in our public health conditions from Governor McKee and Dr. Alexander Scott, and you've heard about the progress on our vaccinations from Tom. We're pleased that the combination of this stability in our public health data and this terrific progress on vaccinations enables us to continue to reopen the Rhode Island economy. It's enormously important that we stay on track with our plans for reopening, and I'm pleased to report that Governor McKee's articulated plan for tomorrow for the reopening of a number of businesses at higher capacity levels, that it is indeed on track. You've heard from the governor today, but the businesses that will be able to reach the 75% capacity level, which includes restaurants, catered events, and houses of worship, those institutions will be able to proceed with those plans. And the 50% level for offices, funeral homes, and venues of assembly, that too is on track. So the chart that we displayed last week is in effect starting tomorrow. And we're very pleased that businesses will be able to expand their capacity and do more business. It's enormously important that these incremental changes occur because it enables our businesses to survive and indeed begin to thrive coming out of these pandemic conditions. We have a lot more work to do, but we're very, very pleased to see it. Continuing this reopening process, staying on track requires that we all do our part. So it's very important that we continue to wear our masks, to keep our distance, to seek vaccinations when we're eligible, to go and get testing. These are the things that will enable us to continue to reopen into the future. So I want to elaborate upon the point regarding venues of assembly. We addressed last week and beginning this week, venues of assembly will be able to reach 50% capacity and open up for 250 people indoors and 500 people outdoors. Venues of assembly include auditorium forums, auditorium venues, theaters, performing arts centers. Venues of assembly also include outdoor events, structured events, formatted events where large numbers of people gather. So I want to hone in on the point about 500 people outdoors in this category of venues of assembly. We've received inquiries regarding events that are still larger. You heard Governor McKee refer to the Newport Folk and Jazz Festivals. We're pleased to be collaborating closely with these festivals to enable them to announce plans in the future. We're very grateful to Director Janet Coit of DEM and Dr. Alexander Scott and their teams for helping to formulate these plans into dialogue, and to Director Liz Tanner of the Department of Business Regulation very much as well. So we have been receiving inquiries about doing events still larger than 500. We have been encouraging Rhode Islanders throughout the pandemic to take it outside. It is safer to conduct business and to do events outdoors. So we want to provide the way, and as Governor McKee has said, we want to provide predictability where we can. So the big takeaway for today is that starting May 1st, events that seek approval for up to 1,000 participants may contact the Department of Business Regulation, and they, in tandem with RIDO, the Department of Health, will review and approve proposals where the capacity in the given venue does not exceed 10%. So if there are event planners, event promoters, event organizers who are seeking to do events bigger than 500, they may approach the Department of Business Regulation. For events that begin May 1st, they may approach DBR starting now and may seek approval for those events up to 1,000 people, up to 10% of seated capacity, or if your event is not as structured and is not a seated event per se, there will be other health protocols and standards that are applied for the purposes of approval. DBR may introduce elements such as testing and may require specific portions of the plan regarding pinch points like entrances and exits, markings on the ground. Those are the kinds of things that will be discussed with an event applicant. So please, again, contact DBR, and I'll say more about how to do so. So that's the big takeaway for now. We recognize that there are events that are enormously important, that are even larger, that will want to exceed 1,000, and that want to look deeper into the summer and indeed into the fall and understand what the possibilities are. So we want to begin inventorying those events so the governor and we can review that inventory and we can begin dialogue with these event organizers so that they can receive approvals. We are especially focused on events that are aiming for the time period after July 15th. Beginning in mid-July, if events wish to be larger than 1,000 attendees, DBR will begin to make approvals for those events with the aforementioned conditions in consultation with the Department of Health. So May 1st forward, up to 1,000, apply to DBR. July 15th and thereafter, over 1,000, apply to DBR. In that interim period, we're going to be inventorying the events. We cannot yet say the precise levels that will be judged safe and the precise protocols that will be in place, but that inventory will let us go about the work of dialoguing with these events and getting the job done, helping to provide guidance, helping them conduct planning, and over time, providing for approvals. We'll provide additional updates on our large event guidance at this forum and via the reopeningri.com website over the coming weeks and months. If an event organizer wishes to apply to the Department of Business Regulation for May 1st forward for 500 to 1,000 attendees, or for July 15th forward for over 1,000 attendees, please seek the website www.dbr.ri.gov. If you wish to just become part of the inventory and let us know that you want to dialogue with us for that interim period, please do the same and contact DBR. We're very pleased that we're looking to the future at this point in time and that the future looks bright. We expect that during the summer, larger events and ever larger over time can begin to happen in Rhode Island. We're renowned for some of our events. It's part of life in Rhode Island. It makes for a phenomenal summer. It makes for a phenomenal fall. And we're grateful to Governor McKee for providing the leadership that we can begin to make these approvals.